Bro, we in the studio, right? Kanye, Hove, and Kanye had a beat for Cole. And Jay was like, I ain't gonna front Cole, I think that's the one, you should fuck with that. And Cole was like, nah, that's fire. But I don't think that's the record, the direction I wanna go in. Right there, I sat back like, let me see where this gonna go. He was like, yeah, we got the Workout record. That was his first single on his first album. He was like, I wanna go with the Workout single. And you know, everybody in the studio like, yo, that's a dope record, but I don't know if it's a single. And he like, yo, I don't care. That's what I feel. I'm like, I've never had that power. Yeah. It was a bit like, little go sit the fuck down.
Power is a rare thing in hip-hop. Most artists chase it their whole entire career, but J. Cole earned it early and used it in a way that even made Memphis Bleek jealous. Bleek told this crazy story about being in the studio with Jay-Z, Kanye, and J. Cole. Jay-Z and Ye had a beat lined up that Jay-Z thought was the one. Jay literally told J. Cole, that's the record you should go with. And Cole looked at him dead in the eye and said, nah, that's not the direction I want to go. That right there changed everything. Bleek said he just sat back and watched in shock, because that's not something you say to Jay-Z, especially not as a new artist under Roc Nation. But Cole wasn't scared to bet on himself. He said he'd rather fail on his own choices than succeed off somebody else's. That's what Bleek meant when he said that he was jealous. It wasn't about fame or money. It was about control. Cole had the power to say no and still win big. Now I'm about to play this clip for y'all, but before I do, I just need y'all to like, leave y'all thoughts down below in the comment section, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
You could just rap.
That's right.
You don't gotta look for that. Remember we used to have to look for that hit? Remember how stressful that was?
That's why I tell yo, I be jealous.
That shit was stressful.
Yo, bro, I be jealous of these kids. The way they just get to go and just talk freely.
It's just bag up.
They can say this on this record and then repeat it on that record, and niggas be like, yo, it's hotter now. Like, yo, what?
They can use the same title another motherfucker used.
Like,
they
what?
can use the same beat a motherfucker used.
Yo, bro, I'm telling you, I feel you, bro, because I'm gonna tell you a story, right? The first artist that I ain't never been jealous of no artist. I've been happy for all of y'all do y'all thing. I wish y'all the best, but there's one artist who made me jealous. And he was a home team guy.
Oh, shit.
And it wasn't because of his money, because of his fame, none of that. It was just because where he had the power to do. J. Cole, bro.
Ooh.
J. Cole was the first artist in the history of life
he gets busy
that I ever been jealous of. And it wasn't even because of a rap. It was because of a situation like you said, how we had to look for the hit, we in the studio, right? Kanye, Hove, and Kanye had a beat for Cole. And Jay was like, I ain't gonna front Cole, I think that shit the one, you should fuck with that. And Cole was like, nah, that shit fire. But I don't think that's the record, the direction I want to go in. Right there, I sat back like, let me see where this gonna go. He was like, yeah, we got the Workout record. That was his first single on his first album. He was like, I want to go with the Workout single. And you know, everybody in the studio like, yo, that's a dope record, but I don't know if it's a single. And he like, yo, I don't care. That's what I feel. I'm like, I've never had that power. Yeah. It was a bit like, little nigga, go sit the fuck down.
Did you just say?
So right there, I was like, I don't know if I like this nigga. Yo, then the record come out, right? 4 million later.
And it went.
Tours everywhere. And I said, yo, bro, sometimes as a young nigga, I feel like the older niggas just don't listen to you. And when you got certain ties, you're not in a position to try to make them, because they'll be like, all right, little nigga, go home. Yeah. Cole he didn't have that umbrella, that tie. So he was like, if I'ma die on the stage, I'ma die by my decision. Yeah. And I always respected that. Yeah. So that's the one thing that I felt like I never had in my career. There was no say so.
No, because it was the pressure.
Bro.
When we was coming up, the pressure for that single
was
crazy.
I didn't want to perform Memphis Bleekers at Summer Jam. You know, I thought Memphis Bleekers was trash. I recorded the record with Swiss and all that, and I'm like, yeah, this shit came out cool. And Jay like, yeah, this gonna be the first single. Cause we was gonna pick out a What You Think of That or Memphis Bleekers, and he like, this the first single. I'm like, nah, Hov, I don't know. Me and Lenny came up with this, but I don't know. He was like, why? It's like, nigga, I don't think niggas gonna be saying my name. It's like, bro, you bugging. You doing this shit at Summer Jam. I'm like, no. And we did it and shit worked, bro. Like,
the crazy thing about this whole story is that the same song J. Cole stood on, the same workout record that had the OGs questioning him, ended up being the reason he became who he is today. That's the beauty in betting on yourself. You don't need everybody to understand your vision at first. You just need the courage to stand on it. When Bleek told that story, it wasn't about envy or ego. It was about respect. He saw something in Cole that most artists never get the chance to have, and that's real creative freedom. Cole said no to Jay-Z. That's not arrogance, that's awareness. He knew who he was and where he was headed. That's a different kind of confidence right there. Now the irony is, Workout became a hit, but it also led to the song Let Nas Down. Because even though the world loved the record, the lyrical giants like Nas wanted something deeper from J. Cole. They wanted that real hip-hop essence from Cole. So he carried that weight. Imagine that. You finally make it. You finally prove your label wrong, and your idol still tells you, that's not the Cole I believed in. That's pressure right there. But instead of folding, Cole turned that criticism into fuel. He came back sharper, more focused, and more authentic. That's how legends are built. That's what makes this story so powerful. J. Cole didn't just defy Jay-Z in that moment. He challenged the whole industry's blueprint. He proved that success doesn't have to come from cosigns or formulas. It could come from trusting your own intuition. And that's what every artist today needs to take from this. You don't have to bow down to gatekeepers anymore. We can light our own way. Look around the game right now. Independent artists are breaking charts with no label. Creators are building off authenticity. That energy started with people like J. Cole, artists who decided they'd rather build slow and solid than quick and temporary. When you move on your own terms, it takes longer, but it lasts longer too. Cole showed that being yourself pays off. He never had to switch his tone, chase the trends, or beg for approval. He just evolved in front of the whole world. And now he's mentioned with Nas, Kendrick, Jay-Z, all of them as one of the greatest lyricists of all time. So when Bleek says he was jealous, I think what he really meant was he was admiring the level of control. Because Cole didn't just make music, he changed the standard. He proved that being honest about your art and standing on your decisions is more valuable than any feature or cosign. That's something that every artist, every creative, every entrepreneur should remember. You might not have the whole world behind you in the beginning, but if your vision is real, time will catch up to it. So let me ask y'all this. Do you think J. Cole rejecting Jay-Z's advice was the moment that made him legendary? And has hip-hop finally moved past needing gatekeepers? Or do you think the industry still control who gets seen? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.